welcome to the pad. It's not our pad. This is Veygo's pad, Veygo's caravan. We've just popped in for a cup of tea. Little cup of tea, and we've got some questions that some of you have sent over on Instagram. Questions come through. Quite excited to see these.
Very important.
Very important questions.
Well, then you'll pick one.
How do you keep fit when time poor?
That's a good one.
Yeah, all right. Mark, how do you keep fit when time poor?
Well, at minute, it is just making time, innit? You've got to get up early, got to plan, like planning what you're doing the day before, maybe prepping, having a look where you can run, what you can do. It's always quite handy when you're there because, you know, a bit more motivation.
Do you know what, though? The thing is, you know, like when you say, like, oh, planning, like the night before, I never do that. I know I'm going to work out 100%, I'm going to work out tomorrow, but I don't necessarily know what I'm going to do because I think then you upset yourself. So, you know, like if we went, oh, let's go and do a run tomorrow morning, and then something came up and we only ended up going out and doing 20 minutes, and then we were like, oh, we were going to do like 13-mile run and we didn't do it, so now we're failures. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think when you're time poor, don't set expectations because then you make yourself feel rubbish.
I definitely don't put too much pressure on it while I'm away. Like, as in, I try to do it so it's more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like, incorporate part of the trip into it, like seeing things. Try not to put too much pressure on where you just hammering something out, like I can do that at home.
Next, because you're complimenting me. You can choose one. Don't read them. It's cheating.
What's next for you?
What's next for you? Well, I don't think there's like anything concrete, but I think for us it's more about just like getting that message out that we've been trying to get out since like coming off the show and stuff, isn't it? Like getting more people outdoors and getting more people to challenge themselves.
Yeah, I think it's just like knowing personally like how good it is for your own well-being. Just getting that out there to more people. Yeah. That are struggling to find a purpose or find things to do that'll make them feel better.
Yeah, because I think for us, like the main thing is it isn't like we don't put stuff on our Instagram to say look at us, look what we're doing. We're not about that. We do it to show people how accessible it is to do it. Like we always said, like when we climb Kilimanjaro, it's more for us. Like we're not saying to everybody go climb Kilimanjaro because we know that that's not available for everybody. But if that encouraged someone just to put on their trainers and go out for a walk rather than sit in for the evening, that's what we're trying to do, aren't we? So I suppose what's next for us is just to keep doing more things to help people get out more. How much running can you do without losing muscle? I chose this one for you purely because I know you get asked this every single day. Not even when you just say to your followers, anyone got any questions? This is a really good one for you. Because I know it like...
do as much as you want.
Like, but...
I think, like, the thing is with it, it's doing stuff in moderation, isn't it? So it's like, if you're just constantly running and you're doing no weight training and you're needing just to literally smash as much food in as you can because you're burning that many calories, then you're going to naturally lose muscle. Like, that's just science, isn't it? But... if you can find a balance between it all, where you can run, you can get a decent plan, weight training or exercising that way, and then make sure your diet's the biggest thing. Like if you can eat right, you can get enough protein in and stuff to balance it all. You can do as much as you want. And at the end of the day, I've never really done any training aesthetically because I want to look a certain way. I've never trained that way ever. It's always been performance. So it's been because I wanted to be strong, to be fit, to have endurance. That is why I trained. Yeah. So if someone's asking why are you trained to look a certain way, I'm probably not the best person to answer it. Yeah. Because I've never really trained that way anyway. So my answer to someone would be literally do what you enjoy doing. Yeah. And don't care about what you look like.
Yeah. And I think as well, like, it's knowing your body. Because people ask you this question all the time and they like say to you, oh, how do you do this and how do you do that and what can I do to do this and that? No one's ever going to look like you because they're not you. And you're never going to look like anybody else because you're not anybody else. You need to learn your body. Like some people burn muscle quicker. Some people burn fat quicker. Some people gain muscle quick. Some people... And it's about You learn your body. You might need to do 3 weight sessions a week and 2 runs. Someone else might need to do 4 weight sessions a week and 1 run. So yeah, if you are planning to do it based on aesthetics, which you don't do, you need to learn your own body.
Yeah.
Don't look at other people and think, I want to look like them, so I'll follow their fitness plan. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. You have to train for you.
I'd always say the strength-wise, which it sounds ignorant, but the strength side for me is easy. Like, I don't get a lot of pleasure out in it because it seems easy to strength train because it comes more natural. Whereas the endurance side of it, I have to work hard at running, cycling, you know, so that's why I'm probably drawn to running and cycling more than what I am the strength side. Because if I talk to anyone that strength trained, they'd think I was crazy running 3 times a week, cycling twice a week. They'd just think it was backwards because you're just counteracting what you're doing in gym. That's how they'd look at it.
Yeah, well, not so much strength, but like hypertrophy, so like muscle build. Because you can be strong and small, can't you?
Of course you can, yeah.
So yeah, I know what you mean. People who like train for hypertrophy, so like to look big, would think, why are you running? You're going to lose everything. But people say it to you, don't they? They say, oh my God, like, if you run, don't you burn all your muscle? And you just think, no, because your body's doing what it's doing.
Then I don't care that much. If it does, it does. It's like, at the end of the day, I can still go in the gym and I can still lift something. So whether I've got, like, a big muscle in that area or a small one, as long as it can still perform, then it's doing what I want it to do.
Although I will just add to it, you have worked hard to look like that though, because I don't think you mean like, oh, I don't care how I look, because it looks like you've just naturally been put like that. You haven't. No. You do work hard, but you mean you don't know how you do. I was
the skinniest kid in school.
Yeah.
Like, you know, without a doubt.
Because I think it's easy for people to think, oh, it just comes natural to him. He holds muscle and he can run all the time. No. It's like, no, you still train every day, don't you?
Like, yeah.
All right, here's a quick fire question. Strength or endurance?
Endurance.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, any day.
Yeah, same. All right, it's your turn.
Am I allowed to have it?
Have what?
This. You've been hogging it.
Have I?
Yeah.
I didn't even realise.
What is the hardest thing on SAS? I know mine.
I know. I feel like ours are going to be the same.
Yeah. Well, no, they're not.
Oh. I just realised why. For me...
You won't be here.
Yeah, is that why?
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're horrible. For me, it was the anticipation and, like, the anxiety, like the waiting around for what you were going to do next, because I think it's very easy to think that we were just like, okay, wait here for 5 hours, then we're all going to go and climb a mountain, like have some downtime. But every minute on the minute, you were literally waiting, what's going to happen next. And if nothing happened for 2 hours, it didn't mean that you chilled for 2 hours, did it? You literally waited for 2 hours.
To me, that were some of the worst times, when you had nothing to do. Like,
so they are the same then?
No, but then the other part were worse. But yeah, that like, it was easier while you were doing something because they literally couldn't touch you while you were doing something. Whereas when you were sat on your bed, you just full of anxiety. I tell
you what some of the worst moments were. The wagon.
Yeah.
You get in the wagon, and the thing is, I think one of the biggest things is that you realise when you go on SAS is you don't have a schedule and you don't have control over yourself. And we take for granted that when you're at home, you have a schedule. Like today, I know we don't really know what we're going to do, where we're going, where we're going to eat, what time, but you know pretty much what your day is, don't you? And like you, like me, will wake up, you know what time you're going to wake up because you set an alarm, go to work, eat lunch, blah, 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 I'm going to be in bed by this time. On there, you have your schedule ripped away from you and control. You get in that wagon. You did not know if you were going to be in there an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or where you were going. And everyone would sit in there going, do you think we're going to get in water? Do you think we're going to jump off this? Do you think? And I used to sit there and go to everybody, just leave it. Because you don't know what you're going to do anyway. So you're actually going to suffer twice. Yeah. You're going to suffer on the journey there, anticipating it. Then you're going to suffer when we do it. Yeah. So I think the wagon was quite harsh, weren't it? Like, that was a horrible moment.
Yeah.
Because when you got there and saw, oh yeah, we're just going to jump off a mountain, you just think, oh, it's all right then.
It's just weird. It's so hard to explain, like, as in, I think even I'd have probably watched it before and thought, oh, like 11 o'clock lights out, like bedtime until 5 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whatever. But it was literally, it just didn't matter anymore. Like, time.
It was weird how lights would go out sometimes at like 10, and then sometimes they go out at 1.
Yeah, everything. Then they come on at 4, then they come on at 5, then they come on at 3, and
they did it so you just didn't know when.
And the thing is, after a few days, you just morph into what. Like, it feels like you spent all your life there. Like, it feels like that were me. I were always there. I were like, I've never lived another life. Yeah. I've always been where I've just never been in control of anything. Yeah. And then, like, the biggest thing is when you come home and then you sit on your sofa and you're like,
I can choose if I want to go.
Is this life? Like, I just sit here and nobody tells me like I can go eat fridge, I can do it, I can go to sleep, and you're like, oh, this is
I
boring.
remember getting out as well, and I kept running to the toilet. When you get out and you go like to that little you stay overnight, and I remember I got up and I went to run to the toilet. I was like, oh my god. Okay, what was the worst bit for you?
Interrogation. Without a doubt, it was absolutely.
That's pretty obvious though for everyone watching at home.
I think it proved it just how quick people quit, strong people quit really quick, and it's just relentless. If honestly, like, I've never been as broken as what I felt there, like physically. Like the stress positions just destroyed your body, your hip flexors, everything, and then just mentally, like, just being subject to the noises.
Just think, when would you ever have needed to go through that or prep yourself to do that?
Yeah.
Mad.
It's
like, when would you ever have been? When will anyone ever get in a position like that unless they're in special forces?
And it took a while to get over it. Like mentally as well, like you feel so, like I can remember coming out and I wasn't even bothered that I passed the course. I genuinely did not care one bit. I was just so glad that were over. Like, I
remember when you said that,
like that was the biggest relief when he took my hood off. I was just thinking, thank God it's just done. Like, I don't care whether he turns around and goes, oh sorry, you've not been successful. I just didn't care at that point. I was just like, that bit, I don't care if then he were going to take me running up a mountain. I was just thinking, I'm not going back in that room and I'm not getting a bag on my head anymore. Yeah,
like when you said, like, I remember when, like, we watched it back and you were like, when he did that and you like hugged him, you actually hugged him to be like, oh my God, it's over, not I've won. Like, you were just like, it's done.
And as much as, like, you try to remind yourself it's not real, you know, it's like,
it is real.
Yeah, it is real. At that moment in time, it's like, I was being interrogated, I was being tortured.
Yeah, because the thing is, people do say to you, oh, did you have moments where you're in there and be like, yeah, but it's not real, and you think, no, because it is real.
Everything you do is
real.
And
I feel like saying to people, like, that was a documentary.
Yeah,
like, it was real life. It weren't, nothing was staged, and like, if you cut yourself, you cut yourself.
Yeah.
Like, if you hurt, like, if you were tired, you were tired. If you were interrogated, you were interrogated. You were kicked, you were hurt, weren't you?
And then all that, the fact that it's your choice to be there. So if you do cut yourself, you can't moan about it and talk about it because you just
go home then.
They'll just be like, well, you've got a choice. Leave and go, and it won't hurt anymore. Yeah. And that's like, it
was like that question Ant would ask, like, every time the stage ended before he sent people home. You know, we were going stage 2, stage 3, and he'd go, you'd all stand there and that same question come out and go, does anyone want to hand in their number? And you'd just wait in silence and think, I could just go home. I could literally go like that and go home.
Yeah.